Welcome to this short overview of the Woodward Toolkit software. Toolkit is the engineer's remote interface that allows monitoring and adjustment of the Woodward EasyGen range of engine controllers. For this demonstration, we will assume that you have already installed the Woodward Toolkit software on your PC. So let's go ahead now and open up Toolkit. So we are now looking at the Toolkit Console. On the top left, you can see a section which displays the software patches that are installed on this version of the console. The software patch is the controller-specific configuration file you need to establish communication with EasyGen. Each EasyGen generation may have a different patch, and you will need to know what this patch number is so you can connect with the correct software settings. The patch version is printed on the back of the Woodward EasyGen controller. You can obtain patches directly from the Woodward Inc. website and then install these on your PC. The first time you try to connect, the software will ask you to locate the SID file, so make sure you save the patch to a place you can find easily again on your PC. So let's go ahead now and open a link to a site. This particular site is a swimming pool. Double-click on the patch. Once opened, you are looking at the home page for the patch software you have chosen. You can see here this is for an EasyGen 2000 version. Now let's actually connect to the live controller. Click Connect. This opens up the Connect Options drop-down box. Here you will need to choose the correct connection type for the site you are trying to connect to. This older site uses a separate modem to the controller, so you must connect using the KVisor ProConnects option. Now click Connect. This opens up the address box. Here you need to insert the IP address or DYN address of the site you wish to connect to. Once you connect, you may have to choose Tool Devices, Tool Configurator to make the final connection. Once the connection is made, you will need to enter the security password for the site. For this access, we will be using the user level password, which is 0001. We are now live and connected to the unit. Let's look at each element of the live homepage. On the left side, you will find buttons that take you to other parts of the software. These buttons give you access to settings, resets, service counters, parameters, and status. We'll look at these in a bit more detail later. At the top, across the middle of the screen, you will see the following. Application mode. This should be GCB, MCB, or just GCB for grid-connected parallel operation. The mode the unit is in. Currently this unit is in stop, but it could say auto or run. And the operation modes. This is run specific information such as derating or standby. On the right hand side, we see the various alarm status. Warning alarms, which are classed as A or B or amber alarms, are system messages that tell you about the unit operation but do not result in the unit stopping. Shutdown alarms, and these are classified as C, D, E, and F alarms, will force the unit to stop, as this is a severe alarm. A C alarm results in a cautionary shutdown and obeys the normal cool-down procedures for the unit. This stop may take up to 5 minutes. An F alarm is considered a critical stop and will cause the unit to immediately stop operating. This stop is normally triggered by the emergency stop button fitted onto the unit. Beneath the stop box is the information about the current or latest alarm. The pictorial representation of the generator in the center of the page is useful to see if the unit GCB has closed and the unit is now linked to the grid. In this picture, we can see the GCB is open and the unit is not connected or producing power. The bottom left panel shows current outputs from the CHP unit. Power, power factor, which is a measure of power quality, voltage, current and frequency. The bottom right panel shows the supply or grid power into the CHP unit, the grid power factor, the current voltage and the current frequency. If we now look at the alarm page by clicking Alarm Status, you will see Event History. From here you can download previous events, diagnostics and test buttons. In the main panel of the alarm page will be displayed the current alarm or previous alarms that are active. It is possible to clear an active alarm by selecting the alarm listed and clicking Clear All. If the alarm will not clear and the flag is true, the alarm is still current and the unit will need an engineer to attend to clear the alarm. The parameter button gives you access to many different menus that allow you to change the way the unit operates. The most commonly used are the various input and output screens, so you can determine what a fault message means along with any options that you may need to use to restart the unit. Stopping and starting the unit is a process that may be different depending on the patch you are using. For this unit, you need to access Application Config. Now go to Automatic Run Configuration. Within this page, you will need to change the controller to a manual state to allow manual operation. You would go to Operational Mode Auto, go to Edit, and change the flag to Manual. In this option, in level 1 password, stopping and starting the unit is not possible. Status menu gives you access to engine, controls and system set points. In level 1, this will be for viewing only. If we go back to home page and service counters, here you will see total number of hours of operation, the total number of starts the unit has performed, the remaining hours until next service is required, or remaining days until next service is required. Since it may be possible that a unit will run very few hours in a year, at least one service per year is required. On the right hand side is the total amount of electricity the unit has generated in megawatt hours. From this page, it is also possible to reset maintenance hours after a maintenance procedure has been carried out. This concludes the brief overview of the Woodward Toolkit software. More information is available from HELEC or our website www.helec.co.uk.